So we initially met Trayon back in 2020.
Yeah.
When we bought our first flat in Crouch End. Had such a good experience that in 2024, when we wanted to sell and relocate to Brighton, which is where we are now, it just made sense to contact him directly, which we did.
Basically, what sold it to us was that Trayon sold it to us so well originally. He knew the property, the location inside out already, which is why we purchased it. So he sort of became the best fit to then sell it on again. He knew us, he knew the building, and it was a very easy decision for us. We didn't have to explain to him the value of it. He already knew, you know. In terms of communication, it had started on email initially, and then Trayon was the first one to ask, you know, are you comfortable with WhatsApp? Because it's more direct and I can get responses to you effectively in real time, which was so beneficial because we had to move so quickly. The time constraints when you sell or buy are really tight. And so that line of communication meant that we felt he was always there for any questions that we needed, and very readily was online for us, you know, throughout the whole process. So
it also helped that he was just down the road.
That too.
So there was a couple of times where we could just go in and actually have a conversation face to face.
The different types of people that we were getting to view our property, they needed all sorts of information to, you know, it was varying ages. And because Trayon knows the area inside out, he was able to answer, you know, yes, schools are over here. This is where you get your coffee. If you're working from home, you want to hit this place. I presume that helped. Because if I was buying, I would want to know that.
They marketed our property really well, both when we bought the flat in Crouch End and then when we were selling it. I remember our first visit when we were first viewing the flat in Crouch End. He was really, really good. Kind of let us look around, but it was also there for any questions. And we had a lot of questions because it was our first time, you know, purchase. They marketed it really well. And then when we sold, the pictures looked amazing. Descriptions were great. We were really pleased with it and had quite a lot of viewings in a short space of time. So it obviously worked. And actually the whole process when we were selling was really, really quick. Didn't feel like it at times, but it was really quick.
I remember, just to add on that marketing, I remember we received the photos. Martin Gerald had sent someone around to do 360 shots of the premise. And then we received the photos and then we were like, oh, wait, do we want to sell? Because actually the amount, I don't know what happened because they didn't do anything to the property. It's not like we repainted anything. But it looked brilliant. We were like, oh, fantastic. This is going to sell in no time.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really good. Just to have clear communication at any time that we wanted. You know, he was really flexible with us calling when we needed to and answering straight away. There was never a delay. So in that sense, I thought it was great value for money because I'm aware that doesn't, from speaking to other people and our friends and family and people like that, quite a lot of people haven't had that experience. So we felt very held, I think, and like very comfortable and confident that it was all going to work out, basically. And
I got the impression, you know, it was money came into it, but there was true value in, like Ella was saying, having that response time and just feeling like people were around that were there to help. At no point did we go, what are we paying you for? You know, or we're paying you to do this. Can you do it? It was just a given that Trayon would just work all hours. I mean, we were messaging him in the evening. He would work round the clock to make sure that we were happy, the buyers were happy, everyone involved felt that we were on a smooth progress and a smooth transition to sell. So there was great value in it.
I think the personal touch was probably the highlight of the whole relationship or experience that we had with Martin Gerald and Trayon. And Martin Gerald, the rest of the staff there were brilliant as well. If Trayon was off, or I think there was a couple of times he was off, they were really quick to respond as well and knew all of our details and what we needed, and so we kept everyone up to speed, but also just really personable. Like we would have a laugh with him, you know. It was very very friendly and approachable, which just made the whole thing so much less stressful, because it could have been quite different.
Yeah, it felt like we were one team. We were coming into Martin Gerard, sitting down on the sofas, giving us coffees. Treon knew our boy by name, you know, asking how he's doing. It was, really personable.
Yeah, absolutely. They went, Martin Gerard and Treon went above and beyond. There's one example that I think stands out.
I got 10.
Which I don't remember. Yeah, I've got loads. Some posts that we were supposed to get delivered to someone in the chain or something.
It was each of the co-freeholders needed to sign.
Yeah, and the post, I sent it, but it hadn't got delivered, and someone from Martin Gerard drove to this property to hand deliver it within like 2 hours.
It was Raj, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I was just like, that's amazing. And there was no problem. Like he just said it's absolutely fine, no problem at all. And it was like, wow, okay, that's amazing.
Even after we were done, I remember we came into Martin Gerard at the end. The sale had been done and we were due to move. And then I think I jokingly said, in the window, you know, can we have our little acetate sheet that has the image of our house, our flat on it, please? And Treon just opened up the cabinet, started looking for this, you know, what would be the last poster of our property at the time. And he went, you know, we tend to keep these, but here, and rolled it up, gave it to us as a little like memento. It was really sweet.
And he very kindly gave us a voucher to our favourite like bar or restaurant in Crouch End at the end. So yeah, that was like just little touches like that really went far. So it was really positive in that sense. But they were all great, and I can't remember the names of everyone at Martin Gerard, but all of them as a team were very like polite and friendly, and it's really good. Before I found Martin Gerard, I think I went into a few places in Crouch End or around that area, and it just wasn't as warm. The welcome wasn't as warm, and I think I went into Martin Gerard and it was like an immediate kind of, I sat down on the sofa, they were really approachable. It was like a very friendly setting as well, with the sofas and kind of like, you know, home away from home sort of style, living room style. So it was really, all of that really helped in choosing the right place. Treon also, we'd see him around Crouch End a lot, in between like seeing us, but just around. And he was always smiling. He's got a lovely way about him. And I think that also really goes a long way. He's a brilliant addition to that area. Just, he cheers people up, I think. He's a great guy.
I agree 100%.
In the end, it was all really smooth, the moving process. And actually, I didn't feel like we gave enough of a thanks to him, because it was so rushed at the end. We left London, and kind of, so I wanted to pay it back really in some way. So
that's it. Yeah. I mean, for me personally, it was very important to be able to come here and speak to Treon, and like the value that I can see that he does for people. Like for me, I'm sure we're not the only people that he treats like this, because he's so genuine and just such a real down to earth person that I believe he is good natured and he's trying his best. I jokingly told him, you know, you're going to start your own agency soon. I know it. And he said, no, too much work or whatever. But because he cares about the people so much, it just comes through. And like Ella said, you know, we didn't give enough thanks in the end, because we're moving, you got a kid, and then we got to set everything up when we're here, and nursery and whatnot. But we would jump on the chance in any way possible to vouch for Treon 100% through and through, because he came through for us, you know.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend Martin Gerard's Friends and Family. I think I've already might have done that. From start to finish, it was smooth, really approachable team. So 100%.
Yeah. For me, we were first-time buyers, first-time sellers, and they run a smooth operation. And so, you know, we were after that. We had a lot going on externally, and actually that's all you want. You just want to know someone is dealing with this and working for you. And that's what happened. Yeah.